And hello, one and all, and welcome to my review for Lucha Underground Season 2, Episode 7. And holy shit, wow, what an amazing episode from start to finish. This was just great. I mean, there was not a dull moment on the show, to say the least. Um, Up to this point, I mean, every episode is really delivered. It's been a great season of Lucha Underground. I'm so glad that I found a way to find out about this product, and I'm fully invested in this product, and this is definitely my favorite product out there today. For me, it goes Lucha Underground, NXT, and then the main roster for WWE. But the less said about that, the better. Let's talk about a show that delivers from start to finish. Let's talk about a show that has interesting characters. Let's talk about a show that has storyline progression. Let's talk about a show that has mother effing kick-ass matches, because that's what this show was all about. And we're going to get into things. We kick things off. We have Sexy Star and the Mac backstage. Pretty much are talking about how Mac is going to be facing Marty the Moth tonight, and he wants Sexy Star to come out and be in his corner. However, Sexy says, "No, I'm not going to do it," and the Mac says that Sexy Star that he knew, the Sexy Star that he knew, wouldn't run away and hide. And the Mac asks if she'll help him in vanquishing Marty the Moth. And this eventually convinces Sexy to be out at ringside for for the Max match against Marty the Moth. A pretty good opening contest here, really high-flying, over-the-top rope action. There was some nice over-the-top ropes, over-the-top rope sunset flips in here and there. There was some nice German suplexes, and then towards the end of the match, the lights go out, and it's just getting really creepy. This mysterious music hits, and before you know it, Marty the Moth's sister makes her debut in Lucha Underground. And this causes Mac to become distracted off the second rope. Marty is able to capitalize, hits the curb stomp. Yes, they do allow a curb stomp in Lucha Underground, so take that, WWE. And Marty picks up the victory. And afterwards, Marty gets on the mic, tells everybody this is his sister, Mary Poso. And Mary Poso hits Sexy Star on the outside with a big boot. So, interesting debut, very creepy vibe. Looking forward to seeing where they go with this pairing of Marty the Moth and his sister, Mary Poso. So, good opening match with Marty being victorious. After this match, we had a very nice promo for Phoenix, hyping him up as, man, this guy just kicks a ton of ass. I love these vignettes by Lucha Underground. They do a tremendous job. Whoever's in charge of, creating these things, you should get a frickin' award. They're that great. I mean, they just, with the slow-mo and the action, and just pretty much in this package, Phoenix said, he achieved, the impossible, and, nobody believed in him. Nobody believed that he would make it this far in Lucha Underground, but he proved them all wrong. And he said, it was, people didn't think he'd be able to win the Gift of the Gods Championship. He was able to do that. And now this allows him to this gives him a chance to become the potential Lucha Underground champion, and we will see later on how that will affect the ending of the show. But really good promo for Phoenix. Then we have a backstage segment. Really enjoyed this one between Drago and Jack Evans. Drago, confronts Evans, and he says, "Well, you're the so-called Dragon Slayer. You think you can take me down, motherfucker?" And pretty much, PJ Black appears, and it looks like they're gonna frickin' do a 2-on-1 attack on Drago. Eventually, they both have nunchucks. Drago has a nunchuck, but it's too much for Drago, and Black and Evans start, beating the crap out of Drago. Eventually, the lights go out, and Aerostar makes his appearance, and this scares off Evans and Black. And him and Drago both look at each other, and I believe they shake hands. So Don't know who he is. Like I said, still new to Lucha Underground, but This was a really good backstage segment. Excuse me. Then we had this really awesome match. It was Brian Cage taking on Taya, and I thought it was originally supposed to be Johnny Mundo. However, he did not show up, and Taya says that she knew that Cage wanted to fight Mundo tonight, but since Mundo already kicked his ass, Taya says that now it's her turn to do it. So we had a no DQ match between these two. Very, very good match. Taya took a lot of punishment in this match. She got thrown into the post. She got hit with clotheslines. It was sick. There was another part of the match where Taya was driven into the steel guardrail, so she took a beating in this match, and it didn't look good. Eventually, towards the end of the match, Mundo would make his appearance known, and he would sneak attack Cage from behind, no DQ, remember, so the match is going to continue. And then Mundo has a lead pipe, smacks Cage in the face with it. Then it gets even better, and it looks like that's the end, and he puts Taya over Cage. He kicks out, and then Mundo decides to bring out a couple beer bottles and a cinder block, and then Mundo takes a beer bottle, smashes it over the face of Cage. Cage knows, sells. He's like, "Is that all you got? Is that all you got?" And then Mundo takes another beer bottle, smashes it across the face of Cage, and then it's like, man, what a no DQ match. And then after that, Cage is able to hit the Alabama Slammer to Mundo, and then Taya puts the sleeper hold on Cage, but Mundo, after this, excuse me, I got my part of the match mixed up. Mundo shoves Taya towards Cage after Mundo hits Cage with the two beer bottles. There we go. And then Cage hits the Weapon X on Taya to pick up the victory. So very, very good match between Taya and Cage. So after this, we had another backstage segment. It was between Ivelisse, Son of Havoc, and Angelico. Ivelisse is walking out of Katarina's office, and she tells Havoc and Angelico that they will have their rematch for the Trios Championships next week against the Disciples of Death. And Ivelisse said, "I had no choice. I had to agree to this, and either they win or they will hit the open road." And there's pretty much some tension that is being played up between them, so that should be a good match next week for the Trios Championship, Disciples of Death versus Son of Havoc and Angelico. Finally, we had our main event match of the evening. Holy shit. What a triple threat match. It was Mil Muertes defending his Lucha Underground Championship with Katarina in his corner versus Prince Puma versus Pentagon Jr. And once again, my words cannot do this match justice. Go out there, find a way to watch Lucha Underground Episode 7, Season 2. Tremendous triple threat match. One of the best triple threat matches that I've seen in a good while. This was non-stop action from start to finish. There was so much in this match that I can't, I could be talking for hours about how good it was. It was that damn good. I'd even say this was definitely a match of the year candidate. That's how good this match was. I mean, there was one part of the match where they kept hitting multiple over the top rope whatchamacallit, moonsaults to both Muertes and Pentagon Jr. On the outside, so that was a really nice spot. There was another part of the match where Muertes attempts to go for a flatliner, but Puma and Pentagon hit him with multiple super kicks. It was like a super kick after a super kick after a super kick. And towards the end of the match, Muertes is able to regain control. He's able to hit the double flatliner to both Puma and Pentagon, and he picks up the victory and retains his Lucha Underground Championship. And after the match, Phoenix makes his way up on the outside. Up the staircase, Phoenix makes his presence known, and then he officially announces that next week I'm cashing in my Gift of the Gods Championship, and it will be Phoenix versus Mil Muertes for the Lucha Underground Championship. So we got some good stuff set up for next week. We got Angelico and Son of Havoc versus the Disciples of Death, and Phoenix versus Mil Muertes for that Lucha Underground Championship. Overall, what a great show. A+. If you're not watching Lucha Underground, definitely find a way to. It is the best professional wrestling product out there. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Season 2, Episode 7 of Lucha Underground. Let me know down in the comments section what you guys thought of last night's episode of Lucha Underground. Always enjoy getting that feedback. And yeah, thank you all for watching. Please click that like and subscribe button for more video content coming soon to this channel. And with that, I am out. Peace.